What is going on, guys? I am the Veteran Miner, and this is Vistang. And today's a very special day. Welcome, welcome. Today is Vistang's birthday. So wish him a happy birthday in the chat, guys.
Yeah, well, thank you, Dave.
You're welcome. I couldn't hold back.
Another day older, or another year older, I guess. Another
year.
Another year.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a good day. No complaints.
Yeah?
No complaints.
So far, so good, right?
Yeah, I was actually in Melbourne the last 2 days. I got up there last night, and then I got back probably about an hour ago. My fiance made like a nice dinner, had some steak, ravioli, you know, the usual.
Nice.
So no complaints. But I appreciate everyone in the chat. Thank you. Another year around the sun, so lots to be thankful for. No complaints.
Let me read through this chat really quick and say hello to everybody, and then I guess we can start. It's gonna be kind of like an AMA, guys. Mike has a couple of things. I really don't have much to say, really. It's been the same old, but we'll get into it. Son of a Ravish, welcome. Crypto Craig. I'm not gonna say that. We're going Mr. Ace, his old name. Dom G, Automatic Beats. 306 Miner, Hash Rico, the Toxic Miner. John Germain, Steven Cicero, Mad Dog Miner, Scott Sheffield, Geek of All Trades, Jean-Francois, aka JFA. Let me see here. Retro Mike Tech, Alien Black, and if I missed you, I apologize. Crypto for Seniors, Dom G. Welcome, guys. And here's a super chat from Retro Mike Tech, $4.99. Happy birthday, Mr. Riser. Remind me to take you out during LTC BTC Nashville. Craig will pay. Jesus.
I look forward to it.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, no, thank you, Retro Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, wishing me happy birthday in the chat. I do appreciate it.
That's nice.
I see Automatic Beats talking about the tracksuit. I know this is probably the third week in a row I've worn this one. I keep it on the back of my chair, so it's like I rush in, throw it on. But next week for you, Automatic Beats, I will wear a new one, and then every week I'll put on a different jacket until you guys forget about the blue one, and then I'll wear this one.
Yeah, if you guys think he's joking, he's not. Basically, he was nowhere to be found. I started the stream, and it was a matter of a minute left, and then he showed up. So, just to let you guys know. Yeah. But it is his birthday, so it's excusable. Just that one time out of the year, you know? So
yeah. definitely rushing in today, but
yeah, he's like, skirt.
Yeah.
But
got a lot done in Melbourne, though.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting
Let's talk about
stuff.
that.
I wish I could show you guys some photos and talk a little bit more about it, but it's as Mining King would say, it's G14 classified. So
yeah. It is what it is. Whatever you can
exciting
tell the people. Whatever you could tell them.
Yeah.
You know?
It's I mean I can talk a little bit about it, but
a little.
You know, because I know Mike and Jarrett King and Hawk talked about sorry, phlegm in my throat. On one of the Terahash Tuesdays, and we're dealing with like data center cards now, or we're first getting into for the first time data center cards, you know, the A series like 6000s, and I think they mentioned on their stream like the L40S. So it's all new
boys, huh?
to us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all new. We're dealing with not only new cards but new hardware, new this, new that, and it's a whole different realm. So lots of troubleshooting, Dave. Lots of troubleshooting. But I think we figured out some of it. I hope it's not on fire. I have to actually make a text here soon to make sure. But actually, we have that little robot. We have the Amazon Astra. I can go drive that around and
that's it.
Go look. Yeah,
beep, beep.
I am afraid of that tripping over a wire or something while we're not there. So I don't remember how I left the place. I kind of left in a rush, but it is.
So you saying the robot might face plant itself?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna pull a cord. That's the biggest fear I have, is it like pulling out a power cord or pulling it out. Actually, I'd rather just pull out. My fear, I don't know why, maybe too many movies or something, but like pulling it just enough out that like something doesn't connect, but one is connected and it sparks and just explodes or something. I don't know.
hear pulling out's the safe way to go, so whatever. Is what it is.
That's
what I heard.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mr. Scott Sheffield, what's that? Are you finally doing an L40S giveaway? No.
This is serious.
Maybe in 4 years. Maybe in 4 years we'll do it. Imagine how much pigeon hash rate you can get on the L40S. We're actually doing like a burn-in test today on them. And we have to, make sure that everything works, right? Like the temps are good, because the L40Ss don't have fans, so like you rely on the server case to push the air through them. So I know that the stress tests we were doing were heavy on them, but I don't know, maybe testing it for pigeon coin for a little wouldn't be a bad idea. Mr. Gordon Murray, stylish jacket fisting. Thank you, Gordon Murray. Thank you. Yeah, you can clip it, Scott Sheffield. That's good, Scott. I'll 4 years I feel like is like the cycle of these cards. Probably less now with AI, but it'll be interesting to see. We keep seeing less demand. With AI. Yeah. Demand just keeps increasing with this. If anyone's been up to date with the open AI stuff, they just released ChatGPT 4.0, which is nuts. It's just crazy. I've been trying to like force myself to use it, kind of like force, I did with regular ChatGPT like 3 and 3.5. But it's like you got to force yourself to do it, right? Like that's the thing, is you got to make uses for it, find uses for it. And now you can have it on your, you've always had the app, right? Like on your phone, but now you can like take pictures, send it pictures. You can ask it to make a 3D file for you and just describe what you want it to make, and it'll make it, and it'll make edits on it. It's just crazy. Endless.
Did you see what Son of the Rapper said? Is. Any talk about like the banana price index today, Mike?
Oh yeah, we could talk about inflation. Yeah, let's talk about GameStop. We'll talk about GameStop.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
And the craziness with the stock markets, which is in relation to the banana price index, right? So, but Mr. Geek of all trades, what's up, man? The first AI OFA at GPT 4.0. We did a pigeon hash rate on H100. 4 cards in that unit was superb. Oh, okay. The H100s are crazy. We're not there yet, but we're just doing testing and stuff like that for now on some of these cards and seeing the usability and the demand, right? Every card kind of has their use case once you get into the data center level. So, yeah.
You're just going to find out where it fits and then basically go from there,
Yeah, like you don't want to. My big thing, it's like anything in life, right? Or anything financial, business, investment, like diversification's big,
right?
Not too much exposure with one thing, right? And Terra does that, right? I mean, we have hosting, we have compute, we also have some of our own, mining equipment. So it's kind of where we're at with that, but lots of fun. Smash that like, bros. Roaring Kitty needs to pump cast, but yeah. Yeah, it's it is crazy with everything that's going on. I remember, I don't know if you guys were anyone in the chat that was involved in the craze in 2021. Put something in the chat, because I'm interested to see, because I know a lot of the crypto guys were also in that, and I messed around a little bit in it, and I did make money in it, but I wasn't like, it wasn't astronomical. I think I bought it like 14 and I sold it like 32 or something. You know what I mean? I more than doubled my money. I was like, this is crazy, I'm out. And it proceeded to just skyrocket. So it's interesting seeing it back, right? Like for anyone watching that doesn't know, I guess I'll talk about it for a quick second. But there's this guy it was on Reddit, right? Like Wall Street Bets, Roaring Kitty. He did like live streams and stuff like that. And in 2021, he caused a short squeeze, right? Like a mother of all short squeezes on Bitcoin on GameStop, and it looks like he came back after a while, right? Like they made a movie about him and everything. He's been gone for like 3 years, and then he posted something on Twitter where they can't block him. You know what I mean? Like Reddit shut down a lot of the communication between it. And now it's funny seeing him on X or Twitter because he knows he's not going to be shut down there. But he's back. He's back. He's posting the memes. It's been entertaining watching it. It's crazy how like influential people are, right? Like Elon does a tweet, Tesla goes crazy, Dogecoin goes crazy. You know, Roaring Kitty is the guy's name, his online name, and you know, he just posted a picture of like someone leaning back in a chair and then leaning forward with like a game controller, and it popped like 80% the next day. Not just GameStop, because I know a lot of people are like familiar with the GameStop stuff, but it's really any stock that is heavily shorted by like hedge funds, right? So AMC, BlackBerry, Bed Bath and Beyond, you know, all the top tech companies in the world are all heavily shorted by hedge funds. And hedge funds honestly like destroy a lot of companies. You know what I mean? Just by causing, you know, putting a lot of short pressure on them. And it was fun. It was fun to see it in 2021. So I don't know what's going to happen this time. I have no idea, but it's exciting to watch. I'm probably going to sit on the sidelines for this one. But I wish everyone luck that is entering the casino. So,
oh man,
it's but Alien Black got in, got out, made a small amount. Yep. Hey, I mean, you can at least leave saying that you made something, right?
Yeah.
Crypto Frank, what's up, Frank? Thank you for stressing that. What's his online name and not his given name? Yeah, I want to make sure everyone knows his first name is not Roaring. But yeah, the power of social media, it's nuts. It's crazy. So it'll be interesting to see now because I know there's still a lot of short pressure on these companies, right? That's how these hedge funds make their returns and everything, is they can kind of manipulate. They have been since inception with these hedge funds. But it looks like they're still short on a lot of these companies that they, you know, are there. And a lot of these retail traders are just buying. And, you know, when you force the price up like that, like it did that day, these companies have to close their short positions. They don't have to. They can hold on to them like they have been. But when they close a short position, it also, you know, there's it's on the open market. That's supposed to be on the open market when it buys them, but it like kind of catapults the price up when they close their shorts, because then they're buying on the open market the stock, and then it shoots it up further. So yeah, I don't know. I can go on for a whole night about it, but just real briefly, fun to watch. Anyone that's not you know, into that into like stocks and stuff like that, I do suggest kind of just paying a little bit of attention to AMC, GameStop, you know, stocks like that. I could pull up something a little bit later. I know.
Just pay attention to everything in general when it comes to investments. Don't take it.
Yeah.
Don't take it for granted, man. That's if I could say something, just don't take it for granted, because there are people that just really think shit's gonna happen and they lose everything, literally everything. And it's just like, it's a shame. I guess it's not being naive. I guess it's just being not enough. You didn't educate yourself to make a good educated, you know, decision for yourself, for the future, what you're able to spend or lose. You know, when you do all this stuff, what you have to think about, what can I lose that will not change my life? That's the bottom line. You know?
Yeah.
It's not how much can I put in and hope to make it? No, it's just what am I comfortable losing that I could wake up the next day and be perfectly fine with that? That's the question you have to ask yourself.
Yeah, and a lot of investing is not like that, right? Like traditional investing and is not like, you know, you're not going to put money in the S&P and be like, oh, well, I'm okay if I lose this, right? Like that type of investment is like real. I don't want to say it is secured. It's like secured investing. It's safe investing, right? Like, you know, if you put all your money in the S&P and it goes to zero, then the only thing you should be worried about is how many bullets you have. You know what I mean? I hate to say it like this, could be like a Fallout show at that point. But when it comes to like GameStop, AMC, you know, anything like that, it is just straight gambling. You know what I mean? It's that's what it is. And yeah, you're right, Dave. Like people should be cognitive of that, you know, when they're doing investing like this. You know what I mean? Especially when everyone on the internet's like, oh, buy. A lot of people ate it on the GameStop thing. Like a lot of people.
What was the billions?
And
I forgot the billion number. It's billions, dude.
yeah, it's billions. I know. Just on Monday alone, shorts it liquidated out like $1 billion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a lot of it's hedge fund money. The sad thing is these hedge funds also manage a lot of people's retirements accounts and stuff like that. I know Melvin Capital did at Citadel. So I don't know. It's not like a win-win, right? When this stuff happens, but it is kind of nice seeing Wall Street kind of eat it a little bit. You know, they've been kind of running rampant for like a long time with not a whole lot of regulation, I would say, or not enough regulation on what they do. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see. So I don't know how this week is going to go. I assume this is going to go. This is going to be like a month-long ordeal. A lot of ups, lots of downs. Green days, red days. People in the crypto field, though, they're used to it. It's you know,
I noticed when things are changing, like things are picking up, you just get a whole bunch of more, get a whole bunch of new people that come in, even to the streams. You have people watching new videos and stuff like that. New questions. What does this mean? What is this?
Yeah.
So it's just like, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Yeah.
It just sounds great.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of like everybody, I understand there's big YouTubers out there and stuff like that, and they have a lot of means of showing a lot of things, and that's great, right? But it's just like, reality has to sink in and be like, you just can't be like everybody else. You have to be what you can do, what your financial situation can do,
Yeah.
But it is what it is. You can say it, but it's just a matter of they have to make their own educated decision at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was talking to some of my buddies Monday about it because I was, in 2021 we were all like joking about this constantly, and it's just a lot of fun to watch again. But I do want to emphasize it, like you're playing on an unfair field, right? Like they'll just stop trading, they'll halt trading, they'll just freeze buy orders like they did last time, and I know no one anticipated that last time, and everyone would be like, oh, they wouldn't do that again, like what do they care? You know what I mean? Like they're going to do that. Like the amount of money that they would lose is far less than all the sludge that they have to go through with Congress and testifying, and they'll have someone as like the throw guy. You know what I mean? So you're playing against people that have, tools that, we don't have. You can't just press a button on your mouse and, shut down the stock market like they can. So it's always something to think. Like, I saw Alien Black mentioned it here. He said, what is my iPad's yelling at me. That's why I got out fast. I wasn't a stock, or it wasn't a stock I would have normally bought. Yeah. That's the thing, is at any second, you know what I mean? If you're up at any second, they could just freeze, these brokerages could stop buy orders, only allow sell orders, and they could be selling to liquidate their positions, which they did before. And you'll just sit there and watch it go to zero and not being able to sell. So, or not to zero, but you know what I mean. But yeah, that's what it is. Mining King. What is going on, Mining King? Get my dinner ready to watch my favorite show. Thanks, Mining King.
What a guy.
Which Mining King, by the way, did G15 classified get tested? And
Mike just wants to know if it's to go.
Yeah. Is it on fire? Is it not on fire? Nobody knows. But all set. What's up, man? Arcs Crypto Mining. Hello.
Make sure if you guys are new, say happy birthday to Vistang. It's his birthday today. This is not going to get old. This would be great. Everybody say happy birthday to Vistang. It's his birthday today.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Yeah.
You're welcome. We're having more people come in now, so.
Yeah, exactly. You should have made the thumbnail just happy birthday.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
Yeah.
Oh, but I asked you earlier and be like, hey, don't know if you want everybody to know, but shit, you said yeah?
Retro Mike, super chat Dave for Vistang's B-Day. Yes.
I'm not telling him my birthday.
Vistang's finally old enough to buy beer. Yep. I'm 32 today. 32.
Finally, we could go out and drink. Jesus, it's been a long time.
God, I'm getting old. Getting old.
32.
What's the name of your first pet? Actually, my first pet was a turtle. I don't remember its name.
Turtle?
Yeah.
Never gave it a name?
I'm sure I did. It was for like a pet thing in elementary school.
Oh,
I
you gotta
think
give
one
it back,
turtle
though.
actually ate the other turtle.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Is that even
Doggy
possible?
dog world. Yeah.
Was it
Was it
Donatello?
Donatello? Maybe. Mining King. It's official. Hotel booked for Mining Disrupt. Oof. Yeah, Mining Disrupt's gonna be fun.
It's like around the corner already.
I know. It's crazy. But
Time flies, man.
I know.
Time
I
flies.
I can't believe it's already May, much less middle of May. But
You go to Nashville for the Bitcoin conference?
I think so. I don't. Is that the one in July? That's the Litecoin one. That's right before, right? That's July, right?
There's two things there or something. Last time we were talking about it, there are two things being
Yeah, if
hosted
that's the one that has the
simultaneously.
Litecoin thing before. That's the one I'm going to. Yeah, yeah. Retro Mike. That's the Litecoin one, right?
You better be in Nashville. Man, there's a lot of
that's the
things
end of
going on.
July, right?
All this costs money, man. You checking it right now?
Yeah. Yeah, this is, where is it? Yeah, July. Yeah. I'm going to that one. Yes.
Yeah, the Litecoin is 2
getting
days
mixed
and the BTC is 2 days.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. I think we talked about this, Retro Mike, probably on one of the chats, but I'm gonna go, I think, a day early when I land and go to the Litecoin one, and then the next day is when the Bitcoin one starts. I think I'm only gonna go for like the last day, the second day of the LTC one.
LTC Summit is only $84 for the 2-day pass. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
How much are the hotels over there? Are they comparable? Like, I mean, they're expensive or?
Yeah, Nashville's. I don't
Never
think
been
too
there.
bad.
Here, it's nice.
Yeah, I mean the hotels are probably kind of expensive. If it's a big conference, I'm sure it will be. But it's also like the dead of summer, so it's probably gonna be kind of hot. So I think it won't be bad.
Kind of hot. It can't be hotter than fucking Florida, Mike.
Yeah, dude. I got a story for that too. Was that? I don't even know anymore, honestly. I don't know if this happened before between last. I think it did. Yeah, it was Friday. I was in Melbourne Thursday night.
Okay.
Yeah, last Thursday again. And we have a new guy that kind of started with us. He's training. He works under King. He's like a tech guy, networking style stuff. He's at the data center now. Actually, he'll be there tomorrow. But I got there Thursday, and what was it? He's installing a smart thermostat, like on the handler on the inside, because we want to be able to like monitor it when we're not there, and like we can always tell the temperature in there from like the machines that we have running, make sure that everything is good, and we would get alerts and stuff if anything was off, and we could go over there. But we wanted to have like a smart thermostat, right? And also we wanted it because we wanted 2 sensors, one on the floor, one in the handler room, to actually get the real temperature of the building, not just the handler room where the heat eventually will flow in there. Long story short, one of the wires, when he pulled out the original thermostat, it cut one of the hot wire on it, and it shorted it out on the sheet metal on the handler, and the AC was out. So that was fun. We ended up we were there till like midnight or 1 o'clock. Probably just midnight, actually. We were there till around midnight. But we had to call someone to come out and help us with it, because we did not know. There was what's it called? A fuse. There's a fuse on the outside compressor that was connected to the thermostat. So you had to take apart like the panel on the outside. And I'm getting to this because it was hot. It was hot as shit outside. That's why, Dave, I know I'm going in circles. It was really hot in Florida that night. But our air conditioner is fixed.
So you're good to go now.
Yeah, good to go. Mining King. If I go to Nashville with this thing again, not sure I can handle it. Hangover in Nashville was real. Yeah, Honestly, what was bad about that, Jared, was we had like 6 a.m. flights. Like, it wasn't that bad, but yeah, I mean, you're drinking, like, when you're in Nashville, you're like, I'm a cowboy, right? You're like, you start looking around at different, like stores there, and you see like cowboy boots. You're like, that fits me. You know what I mean? Like, like that could be my style. And so
you guys got the boots, you got the hats.
In Nashville, you're like, well, I'll drink bourbon, you know what I mean, and whiskey and stuff, and it's like always the cheapest stuff at these bars.
Yeehaw.
And it's like, yeah, it's yeah, me and Jared, yeah, we drank a bunch of whiskey that night. It was fun, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what we were thinking. Like,
it was fun while you were drinking it.
It was like we were like 18 again or 21 again. It was it was crazy.
Rooftop bar. That sounds cool.
Yeah, Goat saying that the hotels are expensive. $75 a night.
If we're all going, couldn't we just get an Airbnb all together?
That's what I would.
That would make sense,
that's
right?
What I would suggest. Yeah.
I'm always looking to save $1, man.
Retro Mike saying rooftop bar life is my life. Yeah, I agree.
Not bad.
79 a night person. Yeah.
Speaking about roofs,
I don't know.
Speaking about roofs, my fucking roof is leaking. I got a hole somewhere, a little hole or something. When it's like really, really nasty out, I'm getting a little water leakage in one of my bedrooms, man. It's a nightmare. So I'm having someone come out. I was trying to deal with that all day today. So hopefully they'll come out and fix it on Friday. It's a new house, man. 3 years old. Can't believe it. Sucks. But it is what it is, I guess. Part of being a homeowner, you know?
It's just part of it. This is what I was going to pull up, actually. I'm looking at it now.
Oh, Geeko Old Trades. There's a lot of clipping going on tonight.
Yeah. Here it is.
I deserve that, I guess.
I'll say that for a little bit later, but my chat went away. But yes, I will be there in Nashville. Always, I if it was in Miami, I probably wouldn't make the trip down there. But if it's in Nashville, I'll get on a plane and go.
Well, I'll go if I can get a good stay with like an Airbnb with you guys. If anybody's doing something like that, hit me up.
Yeah, I'm down to do. Let's talk later about that, Dave, because I'm down to do something for that. Mining King is going to be there Saturday to Friday. Yeah, I won't complain, King. We'll go to Melbourne. We hang out in Melbourne.
Ugh, I'm not coming.
Yeah, I sent you pictures, I think, today, King. Did I send pictures? I don't know. I gotta send those.
I guess if King's gonna be able, I think I was possibly. Oh no, I haven't booked anything for Mining Disrupt yet, bro. Jesus, it's coming too quick.
All the events will be in walking distance once you're downtown. This thing knows the vibe. Yeah, I mean, that's the one bad thing about an Airbnb, right? Is like you're gonna have to Uber. You know what I mean? But once you're there, you're there. So it's, if there's like 5 of us in an Airbnb or something like that, we could just, one Uber there, one Uber back.
Yeah, we'll just be Ubering a van or something.
What?
Ubering a van?
Oh yeah.
It's 5 of us. A big
I guess we were spoiled at CES over in Vegas. Like every Uber XL was like some like Escalade. It was beautiful.
I know. I was like, this is a life. It was fucking cold though. I can't get over cold. I had to buy a hat, snow hat. My head hurt. So cold.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Not used to it anymore, man.
Yeah. Mr. Crypto Craig, downtown Nashville is lit. Hard to pass up cheap drinks. I'm gonna pass up the cheap drinks. Actually, next time I'm there, I'm going to stick to Bud lattes.
Mighty King.
King of all trades, just bring your truck, pack them in the back. Yeah, good. Then I got to drive back. So, and King, it was cold. It was freezing.
I don't know. He's a different breed. Okay, because he was wearing shorts, Mike.
Yeah,
he was wearing shorts. We're fucking freezing our nuts off over there, and this guy's wearing shorts. Different breed.
Yeah, no, I'm used to the humidity. When we were in Vegas, we were playing. There was one night where we walked around everywhere, right? And I was probably in a tracksuit or something.
I was dying.
And we got back in, and we were playing blackjack for a little bit. My hand was literally bleeding at the blackjack table. It was so dry. Like, it looked like I had some type of disease or something. It was literally bleeding. Like, I don't know how I didn't get kicked off the table. They were like, "Sir, you have to get out of here."
Too much fucking DNA on the table. See you later.
Oh, man, I remember I went in the room and I put on lotion, and it I felt like what was that meme with Thanos when he puts the final stone in? It was crazy. It was nuts. Yeah, it was freezing, King. It was freezing. But Nashville's going to be July, so it's going to be hot. Mining Disrupt's going to be June, so it's going to be hot. So it's just going to be hot for a while. I think Terra's going to have a lot going on June and July. So hopefully Terra has some good announcements for Disrupt. I think we'll have some good stuff for Disrupt.
Well, you're in Disrupt, so that's a big thing.
Yeah, that is a big thing. But we're also going to have some announcements. We're going to have some stuff there. So it's going to be good. Mining King, I live in Arizona where it's 120. Yeah, but you have the dry heat. You know what I mean? We have the mosquitoes building a home.
That was dry cold. We're not used to that kind of stuff. He's used to that.
Yeah.
We're used to that, that humidity. And then when he hits over here, on the East Coast, he feels like, a wet sock in his mouth. It's kind of normal for us.
Yeah. When I was out by that compressor, there were 2 days where it was I don't know if it's related, right? But I saw all the Northern Light stuff, which is super cool. But something with the sun, something with a flare, something with it hot. But it was hot for really bad for 2 days down here. Worse than mid-summer almost. And that's of course when the AC had problems. So we were outside and I was just drenched in sweat. It was so bad. It was, if King was there, he would have just Ubered to the airport and left. He just King, it was that bad. It was so bad that I think if you were here, you would have just left. Yeah, bugs everywhere. It was I couldn't even. There were so many flies and bugs running around everywhere. Mosquitoes, constantly slapping my arms, constantly slapping my legs. It was brutal. You would have loved it, King. You would have loved it.
I'm surprised you don't have the lizards slapping the shit out of you.
Yeah, at the data center, we have these cool lizards that are probably the size of Grogu over there.
Oh my God.
And they're all different colors, and it's just, you don't know which ones. If it's poison, are lizards poisonous? I don't even know.
We go to, listen, this picture you go into a door, right? And all of a sudden, it sounds like a fucking brick falls down right over your head. These fucking lizards, either they die instantly because of the heat or something, but you see them just fucking falling down, and they sound like a brick falling on the floor. I swear to you. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? Mike's like, that's just the lizards.
They're crazy. Yeah.
They see them fucking slithering away like nothing ever happened. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're everywhere down here.
Fucking nuts.
On my house, we had I think on the roof, maybe 5 or 6 of them. It was the whole family. And
the whole family.
Long story short, we had this I call it Bougainvilleas, I guess. I learned a little bit about these things, but the iguanas eat them, but we had them on the house, almost like vines or whatever. We took them down. Now 4 of the iguanas are gone, but there's one left, and it's this old iguana. I could tell because it's brown. It's not green. This thing looks it's on its last legs. It's and so I'm just letting this one live out its life on the roof. Maybe I'll feed it. I'll see how big it can get, Dave. Is that a thing? That would be kind of cool, having just a giant iguana on the roof. But
where were we? Mining Disrupt? No. Yeah. Mining Disrupt, right? That's where all the iguanas were. The people were at the pool. And all the iguanas were just laying next to them and picking up scraps and shit. It's crazy, dude.
Retro Mike, Vistang, a group of us are planning to do a rooftop barbecue the second day of LTC Summit. Yeah, 100% I'm down. Thank you for the invite. Yeah, I'll be there the second day. I'm not going to be there the first, but that sounds sick.
Not bad.
All set. Come on, just end it. No. Not gonna. I'm gonna let this one live its life out. I'm gonna do that.
It's an invasive species, Mike.
Yeah, it was funny. My fiance got me a birthday card, and it had like me and her on it, and then like some animals. There's like a jungle card or whatever, and we always joke that our dogs are like animals and stuff, but in our cat. So it had a cat, dog, and then there was one other animal on it, and she put rooftop iguana. It's part of the family now. Rooftop iguana is part of the family.
Nice.
Mr. DJ Mines, what is going on, DJ? DJ, what do you think of this whole? Are you getting on? You're a stock guy. What are you doing with all this this GameStop craze? I'm interested. All set. 9mm 22 5.56. Not here. Yeah, our neighbor actually, I think, is probably a 22 that he shot, but there's a hole in the fence, I guess. That.
No shit. Really?
Yeah, he went after, I think, like a possum or something. I don't know. We're kind of like near the water ish, like the intercoastal, and you just get like a bunch of, wildlife trying to reclaim its land back from us. DJ Mines, GameStop, I don't touch, but if I was, I'd YOLO. Yeah, I've been watching it. I'm gonna sit this one out. In 2021, I made a little bit, but nothing crazy. But this one, it's fun to see. It's fun to see that like this can sway the markets, right? Like I feel like we're all like in this carnival with crypto, where like it goes up, it goes down, and then everyone's like all so serious on CNBC watching this, like, oh god, these people don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Everyone's just like making jokes about casinos and stuff like that. But then once that like group of people gets into like the stock market, once we get invited to their party and like we bring our boys, then it's like it's just a whole nother thing. You know what I mean? It's so funny.
That's funny.
But yeah, we were talking about it a little bit early, DJ. It's interesting. It's gonna be a fun week to watch. Next week, I think, is gonna be the interesting week. Crypto Craig, I only invest in Berkshire and OxyClean and ShamWow. Yeah, or My Pillows. How do I? Is that what the company's called? My Pillow.
My Pillow.
Mike Lindau. Yeah, Berkshire is good. That's Mr. Warren Buffett. I'm pretty. Yep. I don't know. I have a good amount in not a good amount, but a good percentage of portfolio in Nvidia. I've been selling as it's been going up, and at this point, I'm kind of just like, let's see where it goes. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's usually
I left it and forgot it.
Yeah,
Nvidia. I'm very happy with that. My decisions.
Yeah. I actually saw someone post about that where they bought it in like 99 or something, like 1999 or 2000, when it was like, compared to the price now, it was like cents before all the stock splits. And I guess this guy had it on a brokerage that he just like
forgot about,
never transferred it over. You know what I mean? Because it was like maybe like $300-400, and he just never bothered to do it. And he started finally getting like, the mail never got to him, so finally it started coming to him, or somehow maybe email, and he found out he had this, and it was like millions of dollars. It was crazy. Jesus. I usually only buy tech companies. That's smart, DJ.
Imagine that, dude. That'd be insane.
Crypto Craig still has IPO Google stock. Yeah. I want to know what you guys think about this, actually, because I was I know we talked about ChatGPT earlier and OpenAI and everything like that. Like Google became like famous for the Google search, right? Like you go on and you Google something, and then you find a bunch of links and you go through all of it. What do you guys think now, where like you don't have to ever search anything again? Like you have an AI that you don't have to sift through links or find anything. Like I guess you will for a while with like news and stuff, like, you know, the most up-to-date thing possible. But like now you don't really, like, I try to like think of it like any question that I kind of have now, I can ask ChatGPT and I don't need to Google it. You know what I mean? Even if it's a simple like math question, or if it's, I mean, obviously you don't even need to Google a math question, but You guys know what I mean. It's like I want to know what you guys think, because I saw someone talking about that earlier. Like Google's getting huge into AI though, so their search engine is going to turn into an AI, but the actual Google search I think is going to be a thing of the past, where like, you know, almost like CDs, right, Dave? Where like people are going to be like, "What do you mean you search something online?
Yeah,
It didn't. What do you mean you went through a bunch of links that infected your computer with malware? Like, what are you talking about? And also with ads, right? Like, I mean, that's probably going to hurt a lot of ad revenue, not going to these websites and just being kind of told all this stuff. It'll be interesting. So
I just think like like your homepage when you open it up for like is just going to be with ads.
You think the AI?
Yeah, like AI is gonna incorporate, like someone opens up like Google, for instance, it's just gonna have this populate ads here and there. And if you're doing something, there's gonna ads going to pop up or populate in freaking websites.
That would actually be kind of, or in the generation, like, right? Like
Right.
what it generates for you. Like if you're like asking it to draw a picture and it just puts like McDonald's and Coca-Cola like everywhere in it, you know what I mean? That would be interesting.
It's not too far-fetched, man, for what's going on in this world.
I'm sure that there will be that, and then there's gonna be a massive pushback, and they were like, "Oh, we were just kidding. We would never do that." Crypto for seniors, Midwest mining. What's up, man? When iguanas attack iguanas versus King Kong, or maybe King Kong. Yeah, I don't know. Iguanas, I don't mess with them too much. I'll chase them a little bit. Like if I see one in the grass, I gotta like run at it. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny, but they do bite. They're nasty. Mining King, 70% mutual funds and ETFs, and other 30% is AMD, Intel, Nvidia, Tesla, waste management. That's smart. That's a very good portfolio, King. Very good. A little bit of exposure there with what Tesla and Nvidia, because Nvidia's high right now, but Intel and AMD I think are on the lower end for semiconductors. Very 10 out of 10, King. 10 out of 10. Retro Mike, ask Jeeves 2.0 is the future. Yes, it is. Go GPURisers. That won't be mainstream until LLMs can be trained in real time, 2 to 3 years away. You're probably right, Goat. Probably right. I would agree. That's always the thing, right? Like you train these LLMs and people spend a lot of money training them, right? Like we see Vast, right? Like they'll get these, train them and everything, but training in real time, that's a whole different level of compute. That's like a global compute going on constantly.
And then where would you find that? And where would you get the compute power to do that too? Right?
Yeah.
So
I think I think that they'll probably get closer to AGI, like artificial general intelligence, prior to real-time rather than real-time training and learning. I think it'll be more of an AGI. I think that's kind of, in my opinion, what these AI companies are doing, right? Like instead of just training on and off, you just have an artificial general intelligence that can go do it at very fast speeds. So that's what I think. But what do you think about that, Goat? Because 2 to 3 years for that, I don't know. It's crazy. Here you are, Goat. I was at Microsoft's event last week. The next hotness is the SLM small language model. They were all over 5.3, small enough to live on your phone and not web connections to run. You don't need web connections to run. I've seen those too. Yeah, I'm sure you saw some really cool stuff at Microsoft, but I was reading that like is that what like a lot of these tech companies are doing with like the pins and stuff, where it's like it's AI but it doesn't require like all this crazy stuff, all this not crazy stuff, but all the learning for it, for the large language models. Scott Sheffield, they say ChatGPT already achieved AGI. There's conspiracies. Maybe they found. Dave, you look way too excited every time I talk about AI.
No, I was reading the chat or whatever. Richard Mike was work with SLMs. He works with them.
What if they invented AGI first, and AGI is what has been inventing all the other stuff for us? and releasing it
Who
in a way
knows?
that humanity wouldn't be crazy about it. Where's my tinfoil hat? Where is it? But I'm trying to catch up on some of these things. You guys are chatting today. It's good. I like it.
We're talking about inline 6, 4 speeds too.
We're talking about.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, I see some trucks. Like 79 F250.
Yeah.
See, you were a Ford guy, King. Look at that. But I guess you like the 79 platform so much that you're like, you know what? Dodge hasn't upgraded since then, so I'm going to get a Ram.
That's it.
Dave has a Ram actually now too, so that's 2 shots fired. But I'm definitely an F-150 guy.
Hey,
but it hasn't broken down yet.
I got a good price. So
think of small
I owned a
models
Ford. I had
similar
Expedition.
microservices.
It was a piece of shit. I'm just saying.
Mr. Crypto Craig with the super chat for $12.34. Since we're talking about AI, Retro Mike wants to know what Terra thinks about BitTensor and if you're providing compute services to Subnet 31 Healthcare. Right now, no. With BitTensor, we have not gone onto their platform or done anything with BitTensor yet. We're monitoring and looking at it and stuff like that, but that is not something that we're doing right now. It is an interesting project, though, very interesting. About a year ago, when we were talking about the data center side, we had a lot of people that were involved with BitTensor, not like the people that were on the platform, active in their community and stuff, do it. Very interesting. But the way that we are now with Terra at our point with compute is that we're building out compute and we're listing them for online and on public AI marketplaces. And I know BitTensor is kind of like that, but that is something we will look into. But right now we can't really keep up with just what's going on right now. But long story short, Crypto Craig, yes. We'll eventually be looking into all of these things. Because it's also diversification, right? Like you don't want to have all your stuff on one platform. You don't want to have, so we're always looking for something else. And also a big thing that we would love is private, consumers for it. Kind of ditching the middleman of Vast and getting to the actual end consumer. And through that, long-term contracts, you know what I mean? You could contract out a machine for, 6 months, 8 months, a year. You can offer them a price. Just say you offer them 20% off, right? Like what they would pay. Then you're saving 5% and you're also getting a commitment for that long.
Yeah.
So then you can, more easily forecast your return on your investment for your equipment or that project or anything. So if we could find a way to cut out the middleman, because they are the real MVPs in all of this, 25%. Like that's crazy. That's so crazy. But Aussie J Mining and Crypto, what's up, man? GPURisers, you have been hanging around Hawk with your tinfoil hat. Yeah. It's we have quite the chats about stuff. Mr. Goat, SLMs will be more niche and less generic for certain verticals and use cases. Yeah, it won't be as like. I understand what you're saying. It's going to be more of a targeted model for like a use case. These large, like ChatGPT is just ridiculously huge. Like you can ask it anything. It does everything. You know what I mean? It's like an all-in-one tool, which just requires a massive amount of compute being connected to the internet, everything like that. For stuff like what they're doing. But the small language models and stuff, it'll be more targeted. And one thing I wonder about small language models though is, and I'm not saying it's not like this, but why would it not need to be connected to the internet? You know what I mean? I know that there's reasons for it, but are they big enough that they wouldn't need to be connected to the internet where they can offset their compute? Or would it be cheaper to make a product that doesn't need compute to offset and have like an ongoing subscription basis and stuff like that? I guess those are the questions with that.
Yeah, that's true.
But interesting. I mean, let's see. King keeps talking about I own a 79 F250, a Mustang, Ford Focus. Okay, a lot of Fords. All other Fords are doo-doo problems 24/7. I don't know, King. I haven't had one problem with my truck, and no problems with any of the other Fords I've had. I had a Mustang actually that had a couple alternator issues, a couple electrical issues, but that was my fault. I put like subwoofers in the back. When you're young, you're like roll. You want to roll up and you want to blast the music and stuff. So I still have tinnitus from those years.
Retro Mike's
so
singing happy birthday to you. Everybody that's new to the chat right now, it's today's Visting's birthday. Wish him happy birthday. See?
Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
You, Dave.
Gotta remind
you should just
everybody.
have a banner that comes up.
Wait, I gotta put something here. Let me see.
Crypto Craig, I happen to like the fact that Tau BitTensor has multiple subnets that you can support with distributed compute. It is a very cool project. Very, very cool project. There was a lot of, it was very difficult. I don't want to say it was difficult to start with it, but when we were looking into it a year ago, or it might have been 10 months ago. Or,
here we go.
No, it was probably a year ago, actually, at this point. Yeah. It was just not on our radar, right? Like Terra was at a completely different place. We were not looking into anything with the data center other than Flux nodes. So a lot of that's changed recently, but yeah, back to reality, please. F-150 Lariat, I don't remember the motor. It was dog shit. Okay. MPUs on the machine, no need for GPUs. MPUs are made for AI workloads. Yeah. Specific to it. It's interesting. I got to look more into that, Goat. Honestly, I've read a little bit about it, but I never really dove too much into it. So I'm gonna put that on my list to read up on. We do offline because we don't want our client data potentially leaked. Yeah, I mean I was talking to someone recently about that, like why you would want, like if you have confidential information, right? Mm-hmm. Like I'm an attorney, so like if I just say I had a law firm, right, and I had some information or I had a PDF from a client, I don't want to upload it to ChatGPT and say, hey, like, does this look all right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Sorry, but if it was localized, like a language model that was localized, like a llama or something, where you can put it on your network and just connect to it through your browser, you know what I mean, by using your local IP, then it would make sense. You know what I mean? Because all of that's kept in-house. So I do understand with applications like that. So that, I guess that's the importance of keeping a lot of this stuff open source, right?
You just gotta be careful, just like anything else. Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Geek of all trades, GPURisers, look into the newest Surface laptop coming out, has a dedicated NPU. Things like background blur will be offloaded. That's interesting. A whole nother processing unit just for stuff like that. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on. Thanks, Retro Mike, with your heartwarming comment.
You have to heart that. Everybody should heart that right there. There's 199 super chat. And a thumbs up too. There we go.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice of Retro Mike
really
Tech.
Going into the cars today. 454 big blocks. Okay.
Yeah, he's very into his vehicle.
Retro Mike Visting. Lumen is a client. Their data alone would be detrimental if leaked. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. We are not happy. I mean, who wants me to talk about Lumen? I'm not going to talk about Lumen.
No?
But,
next stream?
Yeah, if their data was leaked, they would probably take about 3 weeks to get back to anyone about it being leaked.
Yes.
They probably wouldn't know it's leaked. Dave Digital, what's going on, man? ChatGPT 4.0 is fire. It is. I actually, I took a photo like right here. I cleaned it off like right when I came in, but I had all this crap, right? One was an Amazon package. One was the Orb, Baby Yoda, my Vistang sign, and the GPURisers box. Here, let me just pull it up actually on my phone because I can read you exactly what it read out to me. Where is this? Here it is. Okay, so yeah, it had half of my sign, like the TA and G, Grogu, the blue orb, which was off, GPURisers box. That, imagine that photo, right? Like I took that photo and I just uploaded it and I said, "What is this?" And within like a second and a half, this is what it said. The image shows a figure of the child, also known as Baby Yoda or Grogu from the Star Wars series The Mandalorian. It is placed on a table next to a white spherical object and an Amazon Prime package. In the background, there's a window with some text that says Stana and a box with a graphic of a graphics card on it. Like within a second and a half, it like analyzes everything just in a photo that you upload.
It's amazing what's on the internet, right?
It's crazy. Yeah, it's just like, it's just nuts. And I did it with a car, like a specific car, right? Like a specific model. And it was like a side photo of the car. It was not like a perfect photo. And this car happened to have a specific color on it and stuff like that, like that's specific to that car. And it got the car, the model, everything on it. It was crazy. I took a picture of my dog and it was like, yeah, that's a chocolate lab. And I took a photo of my, here, I can show you. I'm not going to show you guys a photo of it, but it's my dog like stretching, you know what I mean? Where they put the paws and stretch their butt up in the air. It says it's a chocolate Labrador retriever, identifiable by its rich brown coat. They're known for their playful and friendly demeanor, and this one appears to be stretching, a common behavior in dogs to loosen up their muscles. It's just weird. Like it's crazy. It's scary, but it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like if I took a photo of myself right now, they would just be like, that's the world's best tracksuit. Like it would be so accurate to everything that you upload to it. But yeah, I could go on. I know I mentioned before, I am going to start a live show on Fridays during the day for AI related
nice
stuff. So that
AI Vistang coming your way.
Yeah. AI Vistang. Let me catch up in the chat real quick. Oh, we're talking about Lumen. Is that what we're doing, King? Lumen customer support still hasn't responded to my level 5 ticket. I mean, granted, King, you only submitted it 2.5 weeks ago. So, like, what do you expect of them get back to you in a week? We only pay $5,000 a month, King. You know what I mean? Like
silly rabbit tricks are for kids.
Yeah, like come on.
Come on.
They gave us the best deal possible, and you expect them to get back to you? Their response time is at least a month. Because that's the time everyone gets fired or leaves. So then you get someone new. That's why they respond. They pick up like the old workload and they're like, oh, this person left because they haven't responded to someone in a month, and then they go down. But Crypto Craig, Lumen just doing Lumen things. The fact that you can get 100 gig service is impressive though. Yeah, it is. It's impressive, but it's we can actually go to 400 gigs on that pipe, which is crazy. And we can bring another 400 gigs in from Miami. Our line is coming from Jacksonville, I think, or Miami. I don't know, or vice versa, one of them. But we can get up to 800 gigs symmetrical there, which is nuts. But
that's just like what? This is crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy, and I think a lot of like there'll be a lot of uses also for fiber. I know that obviously with data centers with stuff like that, but AI again is going to be a lot of transfer of information going back and forth. Fiber infrastructure I think is going to be vital for obviously for data centers, but
I mean you're going to need more and more future proofing. It would be future proof in that place, right? But you're going to need more and more. You never know. Nobody knows. That's why they're building their infrastructure. That's why they're adding more and more as the days go on, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Freaking DSL dial-up was a thing that it was perfectly fine. So put that in perspective, right?
Yeah. Was it perfectly fine?
Well, I mean, it worked. It was
amazing.
There was nothing to do. It was like AOL. Get on there and be like, what the fuck are you supposed to do now? You know?
Yeah.
Now it's just like
I gotta download viruses. That's what I gotta do.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess the viruses came before like really sensitive banking stuff and all that, right?
Yeah. I know the military banks get hit hard, dude. Jesus Christ, I got something in my eye.
Military banks?
Yeah. Like USAA, Navy Federal Credit Union, stuff like that. I had a lot of those banks, and I stopped using them just because they get targeted all the time, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're all of a sudden someone made a freaking card, and you have and I was just like, oh, your bank account's compromised. When you have automatic drafts and everything comes out of your account, you're like, man, you got to start all over again. It was just so annoying.
Jeez.
Yeah. Freaking nightmare.
Yeah.
Was it Veteran Miner? I had bonded DSL at my house in Georgia till 2016. Then they finally delivered coax.
Oof.
Jesus.
Enable BMO says GPURisers. Are you guys dual homed or ohmed or single ISP at the moment? We have a single. Actually, I guess we have dual, but one's not fiber. We have Lumen, and then we have Starlink. We use Starlink not as a backup, but as a anything that's not on the data center network is through Starlink. Like we have some some mining stuff, that not a lot of mining stuff, but all of it's getting transferred over eventually to Kansas.
Jesus.
But we have random things that are online there, right? Or our phones, the computers that we access the internet from to download the newest Hive or Proxmox or whatever we're installing, Ubuntu. All of that is on Starlink. Now it is. And then the Lumen fiber there's no Wi-Fi or anything. It's just directly connected to switches, and King has that whole network set up. But thanks, future-proofing dual BGP full tables. You'll never go down. Yeah. Melbourne is I think the best way to describe Melbourne for Terra is like a lab, right? You go in there, and I mean, it is. I'm not gonna float my boat here, but it is impressive what we've done with what resources we've had since we've had Melbourne, right? It really is impressive what our team did there. That said, it is not a data center. We have the 100 gig fiber, we have the 100 gig networking. And the networking side, the bones of it is data center. But you go in there, I mean, we still have Husky racks. A lot of the power that we had installed are connected to it was all designed originally for mining, right? We had to get mining there until we could move that over to Kansas. But Melbourne is definitely a lab. So when it comes to full redundancies there, we're not really going to. I wish we had an air conditioner redundancy the other night, that's for sure. But Melbourne is not going to be built out as a certified data center. It's not going to be built out anything. For us, it's a lab. And we have a lot of AI stuff going on there now, a lot. And it's all going really well on that end. But we do have plans in the future to be building out an actual full data center with full redundancies, redundant fiber lines, redundant AC, redundant power, all that kind of stuff. But Melbourne is, again, a lot. If you walk through Melbourne, I'm sure you guys will see videos eventually. It's like walking through a time machine. And it was actually kind of funny because King said he wanted to keep one of the original communication racks that were there that actually had fiber, back from the early 2000s. And so we kept it there as a timepiece, but then you look next to it, and then it's these server racks that me and Hawk got from Miami that were there since the early 2000s, put those there. And then we have these Husky racks, and now as you start progressing through it, you start seeing stuff that, again, I can't talk too much about it, but there's certain parts of it that if you were to walk in there, it would look a lot like a traditional data center, some of the stuff that we have. And that's kind of the goal, right? Whenever we do build out this data center, or, with the full redundancies and everything like that, we learned everything in the lab, and we learned what worked, what didn't work, lots of testing, right? Even when it comes down to the brand of fiber, the brand of GBIX, the switches for the MikroTiks that we're using, the the cases that you put these things into, the I mean everything, the PDUs, right? Like you don't, in my opinion, when you're building out a data center and you're doing something on that scale, like you don't want to test as you go. You know what I mean? Because that's what we're doing now, and that's great to do, and we're learning a ton. But when we do break ground on it, which like I said, hopefully we'll have news here soon. Mining Disrupt will probably have a little sneak sneak preview of that.
Interesting.
Maybe, possibly. I don't know
maybe.
yet. Can't promise. But by that
Disregard.
time, we can move our perfected version or our most perfected rendition of our build outs on what we're doing. We could start with that there. And then we know that at this point where we got with it, that's kind of how it's going to be laying out. And then you don't, long story short, you don't have to like test as you go there.
Yeah.
And we may keep Melbourne for a couple years to continue testing and continue doing everything there, because it is a great facility for all of that. It really is. But we're just not going to put too much money into Melbourne and all of that. Our focus right now, my focus a lot is the AI, the compute, Terra compute, all of that. But we have so many projects going on in the background, and the forefront of all of that is our G14 classified project that we're working on. But our first
the
most
R&D
important thing,
black site. That's what he's trying to tell you guys. It's the
Yeah,
R&D black site. That's it.
Yeah, is that. So we're working on that. But here, let me catch up on some of this stuff. I know I keep going off. King, he did not play Helldivers 2 with 10 gig fiber while he's in Melbourne. He would never do that. Yeah, no. Yeah, ping -1, Craig.
Guys are crazy. Yeah, Geekable Chase was saying that how he had basically dial-up and DSL, and then like I can relate to that, right, Goat? I bought a brand new construction. Okay, I'm gonna say 3.5 years ago. So this house is 3 years old. I only owned the new construction for 10 months, and I sold the house because just cable was supposed to come in, and I was on it. There was DSL still in Florida, and they said, "Yeah, cable's coming. 10 months." I was like, "I can't live like this. You can't stream shit." It was like 30 megabytes, Mike, and I'm not exaggerating. On a good day. On a good day, you
got one Cumulus node.
Yeah, and then
maxing out your house,
and then like they sold me. So like I have cameras in the house now. So get this. So I have an ADT system. So I have a front camera, a door camera, a rear camera. It took all the internet. I can't even get online to do shit. It was such a nightmare. Yeah. So then I got like the Verizon, like those boxes or whatever, like the Wi-Fi box.
5G spots.
Yeah.
Me and King loves those. Those are his favorite.
The tower.
the 5G stuff.
The tower was like visual. You could see the tower for where my house was, and it was crap. It worked a little bit. So I had that and that, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it was at Cape Coral too. It was like Cape Coral isn't like not developed. Well, I guess in that area it wasn't. So it was like new construction, right? And I'm like, what the F, man? I sold the house, and now that's why I'm in North Carolina now.
Yeah.
10 months. I couldn't deal with it. Geek Old Trades dealt with it for years. Like, no way. Not for me, man.
Yeah. Enable BMO. Sorry, didn't know it was a lab. No, I mean, that's just what we're kind of calling it now, right? Like, we wanted it to work, but for a couple reasons, Melbourne will not. Yeah, Melbourne, for a couple of reasons, as much as we wanted Melbourne to be that, it won't be. But that's okay, because we're learning how we want to build it out, and we're going to be able to do it, hopefully, the way that we want, right? On our terms, with everything like that. Many marketplaces within AI do require high redundancy to be at the top tier. Yes, they do. Terra is not meeting those requirements, and we're not, like, I know Vast has like their, data center tag and stuff. Terra does not have that. The one thing cool about that, though, I don't know if cool is the right word, but in my head, what I'm thinking about it is if we're building it out now on a just say tier 0 data center, and then we build this out eventually somewhere else, we have a data center that is tiered, maybe not tier 4, but like, redundant power, redundant AC, like enough to get tiered, to be classified as something on the tiered system. All of a sudden, all of our equipment, all of our baseline compute that we have at Terra becomes worth more. It can rent for more to these customers.
Right.
So overnight, your profit margin increases, or not your profit, but your revenue numbers go up, and yeah, your profit increases on each machine. Because your electric stays the same, but all of a sudden it's making more money, right? So that's a big thing. Even if it's 10 or 15% on like large numbers and large scale like that, it makes a huge difference. So that's kind of what we're doing now, working towards. Mining King, yes. Project Singing Bird, government black site. Yeah, there's something weird about Melbourne. It's not weird. It's just it probably was something that the government didn't want anyone to know about. I don't know. Just get it to tinfoil hat theory. Mr. Goat, GPURisers, just take a private video of the data center that make GBT 4.0, revise it to remove all the private things, and re-image it for public-facing videos. Yeah, I don't know, Goat. We probably could do kind of like a walk around of it, but not for a while. But testing and production is the way. Yeah, it is. Just remember, whatever you upload to public GBTs and almost can be and usually is used for training the public model. Don't put private customer data in chat GBT. Apparently they don't. Apparently they use it for training, and they use the analytics and data for it, but they don't use specifics for it. But I guess at the end of the day, who knows, right?
You never know.
Like, yeah, you never know.
Never know.
If it was something very sensitive, I wouldn't suggest it. But I don't think it's as unsecure as
that's what they want you to believe.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Like if someone was like,
I mean,
draw me a picture of someone in a tracksuit, and it pops up with like my face in the track like this, you know what I mean? Because I uploaded it in there, then yeah, that'd be a little weird.
Just don't go on the internet ever again.
Yeah. It's
imagine. That's crazy.
God. Scott Sheffield, I have Verizon 5G home internet. It's like less than a block away. Great service. 200 down, 100 up. That's really good with it. Yeah, we are all too familiar with the 5G T-Mobile boxes. As many of you guys know, we ran a lot of mining equipment in Melbourne. And we utilized 5G boxes a lot. Fun fact, which we didn't really know at first, and maybe not many people know, those 5G boxes can only support 64 devices.
Fun fact.
And if you plug in 2 more devices to 66, it shuts the whole thing down. And then you have to drive a long time back to turn everything back on. Yeah. If anyone was curious about that. So if you have the 5G internet, Scott, and you click the little buttons on it and it says that you have 64 devices connected, don't connect another device.
Jesus.
Let's keep it at that.
Kevin R with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Great chat, guys. Nice. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
And by the way, Kevin, if you don't know, it's Vistang's birthday.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Still his birthday for at least another couple hours.
Travelers Travels, what's up, man? Always good to see you. You know that we're just training Skynet on how to kill us all. 100%. 100%. But I don't know. I guess that's we're trying to, or not. I don't want to say we, but the AI initiative right now is like AGI, to create artificial general intelligence. And once we create that, it's gonna go on Reddit, and it's gonna be like, humans are ruining everyone needs to be eliminated. I'm just joking, but yeah, it'll
oh boy,
it'll be interesting to see that. I mean, that is a worry. You know what I mean? That's why I think I said it on another stream. Like, we got to make sure the robots are only 2/3 the size of us. That's the only thing I want. I don't want a robot in my house that's the same size as me. I want to make sure that I can physically destroy it if I need to. Yeah, yeah. That's what I want. But yeah, it will be crazy because it's like, what if an AGI did get like infected, right? Like, and you had a virus that just like had intelligence like that, right? Where it wasn't like where it can write itself as it goes, and it affects every computer, every phone.
Just fucking rewrite the world.
Yeah, and anytime you're trying to like, go around it or write something to stop the spread, it just keeps going, And I mean, what do you do?
Welcome to iRobot. We're all gonna die.
Yeah. What do you do? Then I feel like you need all different types of internets. You know what I mean? Then how are we gonna connect to each other?
Just fly everywhere. I think we could just fly everywhere.
I'm not getting on a plane if there's a general intelligence virus that.
Maybe we could just fucking teleport by then. Hey, I'll be at your house in 2 minutes. Go do a teleport.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Kevin R with another super chat. Happy birthday, man! Another year down. Thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate that.
I appreciate it, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Another year.
Today's your birthday.
It's crazy.
I didn't know that. Hey guys, if you're just coming in, today's Vistang's birthday.
Yeah. yes, it is.
All day. All day. It's his birthday.
Humans will survive. We are great in adaptation. I almost said adaptation, but yeah, we can adapt to our environment and everything.
I mean, shit hits the fan. I think we'll probably start becoming like half robot too, man. Come on.
Yeah, I
can see that happen.
I don't know. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think that's going to be like a whole nother level of cyber warfare, right? But hey, where's my tinfoil hat? Gotta get my tinfoil hat. Scott Sheffield, he has 55 things connected. Watch out, Scott. Watch out. If you randomly one day start seeing things that disconnect and everything's chaos and King calls you saying, "What did you connect to my box?" Then you know that you hit above 64. Is that what it was, King? 64, right? Because I remember I was there. I was like, I can connect this one. Like, what's one more device, right? What's one more? And then did not go well. Retro Mike, thank you again. Let's see, Retro Mike, which site do I use? Is the inventory different on both sites? I think he's asking about
so GPUcables.com has more availability when it comes to colors, and it does have a couple of more things. I released like a Panda Edition cable that's on there, as well as the first Y adapter 8-pin to dual 8-pin as well. So that's available now too, 16 gauge. And it's going to be, I think it's 12 inches long. That seems to be the perfect length, boys and girls. So, yeah.
That's Mr. John Doe is saying, who's going to sing Happy Birthday? Dave, I think you should.
I think you should sing it, Mike. I think you should
make your screen full on the scene, and just go for it. You got to hit all the notes.
I think what I should say is, it's Vistang's birthday today, and wish him a happy birthday. We don't want me singing, bro.
But yeah, thank you, everyone. I do appreciate it.
We're having problems watching this now.
Tonight with you guys. John Doe, Hawk needs to call in to sing. Yes, he does. He, I think he might be watching now, just not commenting. Like Hawk being a hawk in the tree, just watching. I don't know though. I'll call him later. I did talk to him a couple times today. I talk to Hawk often, actually. Probably about every 15 minutes. I'm just kidding, but we talk often. But yeah, it's sorry, just trying to read all through this. Which site has the glow in the dark edition? God, that is like a big request, Dave.
I know. I have SATA cables that I'm about to put up on the website too. Those are glow in the dark with black lights.
Yeah. Kevin R again, $9.99 super chat. Go Doge.
Oh
Thank you,
man,
Kevin.
appreciate you.
He did say something earlier, right, Kevin? $2,000 on Doge today. Yeah. Well, what is Doge doing? I have not
What is
looked
Doge
at
doing?
the markets today because I just got back. Let me see here. You want me to share this one, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here we go. Should I put it on dark? Or you want me to leave it on dark, or should I put it on?
Please. We don't need a flashbang, but it is your birthday, so here we go.
Oh, there's a GameStop token. Let's look at that real quick. Sorry, just.
Oh wow, buy it.
Oh wow, that's
Just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do it.
I mean, if you look closely at this chart, it looks pretty organic to me. This is 7 days. It goes from 1/10 of a penny to 8/10 of a penny. Market cap of 59 million US dollars. That is something else. Truly amazing. Truly amazing. How long does this go for? Oh man, this has been around for. Oh, this has been around since. Has this been around since? No. Okay. Interesting. All right, what are we looking at? Doggy coin.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's doing all right.
Doge is up 5% today.
Yeah.
Okay. About down 3% on the month. That's not bad. Up 116% on the year.
Unbelievable, right?
This is what's really keeping the value of these script miners up. The L7s. I know the L9 is coming, and it just did. Dogecoin is one of those that kind of came in, and like when it first came in, I was like, "This is nuts," right? But now it's turned into like the Bitcoin of like meme coins. Shiba Inu and like all these other ones that have come. Like Dogecoin actually stayed. It stayed.
Yeah,
it was impressive.
I think it's always going to be here to stay. Honestly, my opinion.
Yeah.
It made something of itself.
Yeah. People transacting. It's a big, giant market cap. I mean, what, number 9? $22 billion market cap?
Holy shit.
That's crazy. But like I said, it was like the first of its kind, right? To kind of come in like that. So it's like when these coins come in and they're like the first of their kind, they kind of just plant their flag and they just stay. So that's what it is. But Retro Mike, does Mike get free cables for his birthday? Can I claim those on his behalf? Yes, you can, Mike. Dave told me right before the chat that it's a limit of $500, but you can go ahead and use up to $500, and Dave will go in tomorrow at 7 a.m. and make them.
Yep, and I'll mostly give away a 4090 too. Stay tuned.
And they will be glow in the dark. Yeah, they will all be glow in the dark.
And Mike's giving away 3 4090s next week. So stay tuned, guys.
Kevin R. L3 Plus farm and 2 L7s. Nice, man. At least L3 Pluses are like workhorses. The L7s are too, honestly. Like we have a lot of clients with L7s at Terra, and like those things have just been consistent. Like very consistent. It's been nuts. Crypto Craig, GPURisers Octominer is coming to the Terra booth at Mining Disrupt. Yes. Oh, look at you, Chili. There you are, Chili.
Boom.
They are sharing a booth with us. Yes. So I do believe. Okay, I was just about to say it, Chili. So I'm glad they are going to have their new servers on display, which are not proof useful word. They're AI servers. That's what I think that these are going to be. So I'm actually excited to see those too, Chili. So I'm sure we'll have a couple of conversations there about them. But yes, Octominer will be there. They're sharing a booth with us. And I don't want to say it's going to be the most popular booth, but it's definitely going to be the most popular booth. So people are going to, it's actually a really good spot too. But it'll be nice. Retro Mike, Dave, can you do EVGA to 4 6-pins in one cable? Super rare card that will only pull 50 watts each.
Yes? Absolutely. Do anything. Okay. That's easy.
Crypto Craig. Imagine
as long as you're not doing something to get blow up or something. But he says 50 watts, so yeah.
Yeah, 50 watts is good. Imagine how many L40Ss can fit in those. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like the L40S so far. It's seems like a workhorse card, I guess is the way you could say it. It's the first card I've ever seen in person that has no fans. Like when you look through it in the back, it's just straight. Like it's all just a giant heatsink, which is kind of like how a server case is. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I do want to see Chili. I don't know if you can answer it now, but are your Octo cases or Octo server cases going to have 12 pins on them? Or if they're not, how many 8 pins are going to be allocated for each card, and how many cards will fit in them? I'm sure. I guess I don't know how much you could say, but interested to see, because I know.
And Chili, just want to let you know today's Visting's birthday. If you didn't see it in the chat, wish him a happy birthday.
Yeah, I do accept happy birthdays in the chat, and also dual epic AI servers. So whichever Octominer is feeling. But yeah, no, Mining Disrupt will be fun. Chili will be there. Octominer is going to be there.
I'll be there probably with some cables thrown around somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be good. So Scott Sheffield, more birthday candles. Thank you. Travelers Travels, be 51 years old on the 24th.
Nice.
Almost there. Well, happy early birthday. But I'm sure actually the 24th, what day is that? It is a next Friday, actually. That's a good That's a good
happy
day.
Early birthday.
So Retro Mike, I'm poor, so you only get happy birthdays, no epics for you. Yeah. It's all right. I was working with a couple epics today. They are really cool. I do like it. I'm learning a lot with all this stuff. So Retro Mike is poor. I'm homeless.
That's just reading that. Yeah. I'm just laughing out loud. Oh man.
But yeah, interesting stuff. It's gonna be a fun couple weeks, I think, because of just stock market stuff, which is gonna be fun with crypto too. And then we have all these conferences coming up. So June is Mining Disrupt. July is going to be the BTC Nashville conference, and of course Retro Mike Litecoin conference prior.
LTC BTC.
Yep.
I think that wraps up for the year, right?
What was it for? Does it wrap? No, I don't know.
What else is going on?
I don't know. We'll just have to see, Dave. But I just put an offer on some rare Xeons. Okay.
We need to sleeve 6-pin belt for pants. Oh man, sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. Yeah.
But I think that's everything for me, Dave. What about you? What do you got?
Anything else? Oh, if you guys didn't know, today's Visting's birthday.
I don't think they knew that, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was mentioned prior.
Well, I see all the numbers are coming up. People are coming in, leaving, coming in. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure that everyone knows today's your birthday for another couple of hours. Eastern Standard Time, of course.
Yeah. Thank you, Craig.
See?
Yeah.
Today's a special day, Mike.
Yeah, exactly. You only get a couple birthdays, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Whose birthday is it? See? Automatic beats.
Yeah. I hope your birthday falls on a Wednesday, Dave.
Let me see. I don't know what my birthday
is. I hope
is.
it falls on my channel so I can just make the thumbnail just your face with a bunch of, like, just a whole bunch of shit coming out of it.
Fucking, we're celebrating, okay?
Yeah.
Celebrating your birthday. You're my buddy. I want everybody to know.
I'm just going to go find Facebook groups in your local area and just post that you're having a birthday at your house. Free barbecue. Everyone show up, 7 a.m.
Usually
knock on the door.
Usually I do have a barbecue for my birthday, or I go out to dinner.
Yeah.
It's like a 50-50.
Yeah.
It depends. But yeah, that's about it that we got for this week. Not much going on. Obviously you guys know that, right? So I mean, it is what it is. We're waiting. We're all waiting, you know? So to see what the next big thing is going to happen, right? So with that being said, I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for spending your time with us tonight. We'll be on Mike's channel next week, next Wednesday. And hopefully we'll have a little bit more information that comes out, right? So, time will tell. That's all I could say.
Yep.
So, with that being said, thank you very much, guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Have a great Wednesday. See you next week.
Later, guys.
Bye.